Have you ever noticed that sometimes certain pieces of music match up really well, even though they were made in completely different mediums, genres, and decades? Today, we're going to look at an example of one of these. Back in 1996, if you listened to any modern rock radio stations, you would have heard Spacehogs in the Meantime on the airwaves. It's a prime example of the alternative rock of the era, typified by heavily distorted grunge guitar and having been influenced by many of the first-wave alt-rock artists like David Bowie and The Cure. It was released as a single on Spacehog's first album, Resident Alien, which went gold on the Billboard charts. Although Spacehog remains active to this day and have released several more albums, only In the Meantime got any significant recognition. Although the song mostly has a medium-paced tempo and a pretty heavy guitar, it opens with a slow crescendo and closes with a series of slow piano notes. Exactly 10 years and 364 days after the release of Resident Alien, another pop rock band released an album whose most popular single, while only vaguely similar in style, has a hauntingly familiar intro which perfectly complements In the Meantime's outro. The title track to My Chemical Romance's 2006 album, The Black Parade, was an exceptionally popular song at the time, and the album went double platinum on the Billboard charts. The themes of the album were adopted as the standards of the band for many years. Although My Chemical Romance has a much more decidedly punk influence to their music in general, and this album in particular, they draw heavily from Green Day and the Misfits, Welcome to the Black Parade would have been played on many of the same stations that was playing In the Meantime but 10 years earlier. Played back to back, Spacehog's In the Meantime and My Chemical Romance's Welcome to the Black Parade, they feel like they were intentionally made for each other, paired every bit as well as We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions, or Heartbreaker and Live and Love and Made. Let's take a listen to them now.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city.
Listening to them leaves you wondering if perhaps In the Meantime is the story of the father, and Black Parade the story of the son, touching on the all-too-common theme that we see in those who were born after Generation Y, the feeling that the lives of this generation may not be as good as those of the parents. I'm probably reading too much into this. Nevertheless, when these two were played back-to-back, it just feels right. Thank you for joining us.